Hi, I'm half naked, and today what I'm going to share with you is why developers make bad entrepreneurs. And I would say this is from a book that I've read, which is called The E Myth Revisited: Why Small Businesses Fail and What to Do About It. So, the E in the E myth, if you guessed it, it is the entrepreneur. So most of the time, businesses like myself, I have a business that I created myself after I quit my job as a software developer. So from the book, it says that most people who go into business think that the technical work that they have done inside their own previous work is the same as the business itself, which is actually not true. So I myself have been through that, meaning that when I'm actually doing this YouTube thing and then I create online courses in Udemy, and then I'm building a learning platform, and also I'm trying to create a physical class here in Singapore to teach coding. And most of the time I do not code. Like really, I don't do a lot of coding at all. So if I were to break out my day as maybe 100%, maybe 10 or 20% I will do coding. And in the book, it says that the assumption that you think the business and the technical work is the same is actually why small businesses fail. The bulk of my main revenue is from my online course on Udemy. And the thing is, I did do a lot of coding, but also I did a lot of video editing, I did a lot of planning, I did a lot of debugging and such. But overall, nowadays I don't do a lot of coding because I'm more focused on marketing efforts, because once I know there is a demand for a product that I want to build, then I start building it. So I would say that's a common mistake for a lot of people who are trying to build something for them to monetize, because most of the time they don't know the product and they don't trust you. So that's why I think a YouTube channel really helps. Usually when people start a business, they usually create the place of business. For example, a cook will open a restaurant, a hairstylist will open a salon, and a developer will open his own tech agency or dev warehouse. And in the book, the author says that a lot of people greatest asset is their technical expertise. So they are able to do that technical aspect very, very well. But the other aspect of the business, like making money, doing organization charts and marketing efforts, they have no idea on how to do it. So for example, a tech YouTuber, right, may have 20 or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and the thing is they might not know how to make money other than AdSense. So AdSense means that they are able to make money from putting ads inside their videos. And the thing is, to monetize your YouTube channel, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I believe this is the most difficult part: 4,000 hours of watch time. So that's a lot of watch time, but I believe that subscribers is easier than getting people to be stuck on your video to watch the whole thing. So I managed to actually monetize my YouTube account with only 300 subscribers. If you want a video about it, leave in the description down below. So in the second chapter, the author talks about these three types of, I would say, egos inside ourselves. So the first one is the entrepreneur. The second one is the manager, and the third one is the technician. So the entrepreneur is the dreamer, the visionary, the person with the big picture. So this is the person who sees what the business can look like in the future. The second one is the manager. The manager is very practical. It is structured. He wants or she wants everything to be laid out, maybe have a plan about it. It wants order and control. Lastly, the technician, or I would say the developers. These are the people who wants to do their own thing, the technical work. For example, baking, cooking, cutting the hair, developing the app. So the thing is, I want to talk as a developer myself, and when I was working as a developer, the best thing is to solve problems and really to see the code become actual user interfaces on an app itself. However, most of the time, the people who start these businesses are technicians. The technicians don't really care about how the business is being structured or how to make the business actually work, or at the same time, the vision or the why the business actually exists. Overall, Each of us has a technician, a manager, and an entrepreneur. However, these three egos is rarely balanced. From the author's experience, he sees that people who start their own business are 10% entrepreneur, 20% manager, and 70% technician. And usually the one who is in charge is the technician. The author says that when you start a business, you will start with the infancy stage. So usually the business and the owner are one, which is like myself. So if you are lucky, there will be customers, and the customers will bring their friends to be your new customers. And then the author says that you're going to be a juggler, because not only you have to handle customers, you have to handle the technical work, and then suddenly you have more and more people liking your product or service, and then suddenly there is more balls for you to juggle, and some of these balls are dropping. So you might think that you have to sacrifice your sleep, and the thing is you do, and you will then use your weekends to also work. So this will actually make you burn out, and that's where you realize you didn't get rid of the boss, you actually created a new one, which is in the form of a business. So this infancy stage ends when you have to change the business in order for it to survive. Most business failures take place when this happens, and most of the technicians walk away from their business. Only a few who didn't give up, they move up to the adolescent stage, which I'm not going to go through in this video. If you want me to explain the adolescent stage of starting a business, leave in the comment down below. So overall, there is really nothing wrong being a technician. And the author says that what is wrong is that he or she owns a business. The entrepreneur and strategic work that the technician is not doing, will actually lead the business forward, which I totally agree. Once the technician consumes or doesn't care about the entrepreneur and the manager egos, then this is where the job becomes a little bit demeaning and unsatisfying. So this is a little hard truth for those technicians who really cares about the craft of your technical work. If a technician wants to work in a business, then you work for someone else. Being a doer, he will create a business that cannot live without him or her. And I really like this quote. A business that depends on you is not a business. It's a job. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more of this book, subscribe down below. I only talk about a few chapters, because I understand that most of my viewers are not business owners, they are developers themselves who might want to start their own business. So that's it, stay safe and all the best, bye bye, yeah.